One of the things that makes Precision Paintball unique is the number of platforms we offer. So we are currently offering what I believe to be more platforms than many other paintball places, in that we offer 4. So we'll start with the JT Splatmaster. That's a spring-loaded gun that fires a 50 caliber ball. It's a lot less sting. It feels like a rubber band snap when it hits, and it doesn't use any air because it's spring-loaded. So it's really good for younger kids or those that aren't very experienced in paintball or just want to run around and have a great time. They do still have a pretty good effective range, so they're probably 75 to 100 feet effective, but it's interesting because the paintballs kind of float when they're flying towards you. The next step up from there, we recommend for ages 10 to 13. We do see some younger players doing it, but honestly, I would rather a player come out and start with a platform that's a little too low for them than a player start with something a little too high for them and end up in tears. Because honestly, as a business, we want that player to come back, you know, and have a great time and continue to support our business. So in doing that, we want to recommend something that they'll have a good time. Anyway, moving on to the lower impact, we do recommend that for 10 to 13. That is still a 50 caliber ball, but that is air powered and it has a loader on top. So it is flying a good bit harder than a Splatmaster round, but it's not flying anywhere near as hard as a traditional paintball round. So these are the ones that kind of result in like a red mark on you, not necessarily a welt like a traditional paintball would, and they're also a great option for those that are a little older. Honestly, we do some adult parties there. You know, couples get together. Sometimes the couples don't always want bruises, so they opt for the lower impact paintball. It's also an awesome option as the weather gets warmer and we're playing in shorts and a t-shirt, and it's really hot out and you don't want to have to bundle up. The next option is traditional paintball, which that is exactly what you've heard of in any stories you've ever heard about paintball. We do take a couple steps to make it a little different. So we do use a really high grade ball. A higher grade ball has a more brittle shell, which means it breaks easier and it doesn't hurt as bad. A cheap ball typically has a lot thicker shell. It's more prone to bouncing, and they typically sting worse when they bounce. That's because, going into science here for a second, but that's because they don't displace their energy when they hit you. In addition to using a really high grade ball, we do turn our guns down a little bit because, as you can see, some of these bunkers you get kind of close, and we do turn our guns down about 30 feet per second from what is normal, depending on what you consider normal. We run in about 260 feet per second, which doesn't sting as bad as well. Also in that category is still a 68 caliber gun. It is our mag-fed package, and that is an awesome option. They do have a longer barrel. They are flying a little bit slower to ensure accuracy, but what it is, it's a more military style weapon. It does look like an M4 assault rifle, an M4 carbine, and they use a lot smaller tank because they're magazine fed. So they don't have the big loader on top like you'd see playing paintball. They are magazine fed from the bottom, and that offers a kind of a tactical game. It's much more tactical. You really have to think about your shots. The spray and pray method is no longer a thing with magazine fed. So you play more patiently. It really is a good time. We loved it, and we tried one out. We loved it, and we said let's get a whole fleet of these. So I think currently at the time of this recording, we may be the only field in the world that's offering magazine fed rentals in the Tippmann TMC. So feel free to check that out too. It's a really cool package. And if you have any questions, please check down below on our page here. We do outline all the packages and what's included in them. If you're still left with questions, please absolutely reach out to us on our Contact Us page, or send us an email, or give us a phone call, Facebook message, however you want to get a hold of us. That'd be awesome. We look forward to hearing you and hope to see you soon. Thanks.